Thank you so much, Manoj, for joining us today. So let me start off by asking you to tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do at SurveySparrow, and what a day in your life looks like.
Hi team, pleasure. Firstly, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak. I'm Manoj. I'm the head of partnerships at SurveySparrow. Been in the ecosystem for 8+ years. So prior to this, I was the global head of partner recruitment and onboarding at Freshworks, and I've been the head of partnerships at Zluri as well. I've had the experience, lucky enough to have that experience to work under every different role in partnerships org, having have been under the recruitment platform, enablement platform, been an ACM and a channel manager, having that variety of experience. And I've also worked across multiple regions, which has enabled me to come this far. And I take care of global partnerships at SurveySparrow, having heading the channels ecosystem, the affiliate channels, the GSIs, and also few parts of SIs as well. Currently, we are expanding into different markets, and we have seen quite a bit of success in terms of how many regions we have tapped, and there is a long way for us to go in this particular ecosystem that we are trying to build with the partner side.
Thank you. So, with your rich experience in partnerships that you have brought in at this particular juncture at SurveySparrow, what made you realize that partnerships is going to be a critical lever for you to grow SurveySparrow? If you could elaborate on that.
Okay, so I think there are two ways of looking at answering this question. So every SaaS company would want to grow inside different markets to per se, English speaking and non-English speaking markets. So there are different teams that are operating on an English speaking market, which can be inside sales team, which can be also the field sales team. But the effective way to grow inside a non-English speaking market or to expand into different regions, partnerships has provided the platform for them to be much more successful. There are factors which involving say that you can have multiple partners in a region which can operate with you, and most importantly it also increases the presence across different market which will be untapped from people who are sitting out from one particular region. So that was one of the major reasons why we wanted to get inside that, and we wanted to expand into key markets which has been providing us a lot of inputs with regards to inbound leads, which is LATAM and ASEAN. And that is where we decided that partnerships could be one angle, which if we tap, which can be immensely popular and which can be effective for us to grow inside these two regions. And that's one of the major reasons why we started to focus on that. And once I came in, we started expanding into all of these sites.
Fantastic. This is also a great segue for me to bring in what we do here at SAS 22. And as you know, partnerships is core to what we are building. So, when you decided that partnerships was the way forward, as you have seen from your experience at other companies, and you decided to implement that at that playbook at SurveySparrow, here, however, I see there was a difference, right? So you decided to take the partnership with someone like SAS 22 to help you in turn build this partner playbook of yours. Now, what made you do that as opposed to building it in-house straight away?
Okay. So when we look at partnership as a whole, it has different pillars. So let it be recruitment, enablement, the channel managers side of things, the marketing side of things. It's got different pillars combining together, which makes the partnership ecosystem successful. So when we started off last year, we had a very small team, a team of only two, and we were operating throughout the globe. And that is where we decided that we can partner with someone like SAS 22 who has got the immense resource and the rich of experience that they bring in. And most importantly, when we look at their expertise into all of these pillars, it made us grow rapidly. It's about when we look at the outcome, we can proudly say that we have achieved what we have achieved in a year's time, which we projected for close to 3.5 years. And that is one of the major reasons why we looked at partnering with SAS 22. And I'm very glad and very happy, and we are continuing this partnership for a longer run.
Thanks a lot for your kind words. I know you touched a little bit upon the results of what this partnership has already borne, but if you could talk a little bit about the working relationship that you had between SurveySparrow and SAS 22, right? It would be nice for us to understand what were the mechanics of it like, and how did the partnership grow over a period of time?
Perfect. So technically, what we had was channel managers operating on two time zones. So we had the entire globe split into two time zones, and we were operating on finding new partners, onboarding them, and also enabling them to take care of that GTM function. But when SaaS 22 came in, the rapidity in terms of how we are onboarding the partners in specific markets, especially Europe and LATAM, grew more than 100%. So when I look at this, we now have more number of active partners in Europe and LATAM when compared to the rest of the globe, thanks to SAS 22. And the working relationship was much more straightforward, just like how we used to operate with our channel managers and ACM. So I've already worked with Ashika, so I know the working model that and the expertise that she brings in into the system. So it was more of them bringing in the partners, more of them making sure that the partners are enabled, and most importantly, sharing that expertise with the channel managers was also much more clearer in terms of the working module, making the channel managers also effective. So it was like a two-way communication happening between two channel managers, which made that ecosystem much more effective. So we were more importantly successful in the LATAM market, bringing in much more revenue. And as I told you, it's over 100% in the last year. And when we compare the number of partners, active number of partners in these regions, the growth has been immense.
This is great for me to bring in Ashika as well. Ashika, if you have any questions that you might want to, also put in as a part of this interview, please, go ahead and add it. Or if there are any other insights, in fact, that you might have had from this working relationship that we've built between SurveySparrow and SAS 22, love for you to share those as well.
Sure. Thanks, Tejas. It definitely works both ways. We came in as a neutral party, helping you build partnerships or putting you in touch with the right partners, but nurturing those partners, making them successful, equal credits to you and the team that you've built at SurveySparrow as well. Working with Christo and the extended team has been brilliant. And I'm sure right now they've gotten the right kind of guidance as well in how to work with these partners. And over the course of the last 6 months, I think we've built that rapport as well, and we've paved the way for a much, we've laid the foundation for a very successful many years to come. So I'm sure it goes both ways. Thanks, Manoj. Appreciate the collaboration, but I think we can proudly say SurveySparrow is only going to grow stronger with partners in the years to come. And it was just wonderful working with you. Thanks.
Same here, Ashika. As I told you, it's more about two channel managers working in tandem, and that's the way that we worked with it. Wasn't like any third party coming in as a distributor and helping us across different regions. It was more like two channel managers collaborating and operating on one particular region where each other's expertise was used by each other to ensure that we bring in the best for the region and best for the companies concerned out.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ashika, and thanks, Manoj. This is really solidifies the thesis that we are building on, and makes it feel like we are actually a part of your team. And so, thank you for that. And like Ashika said, it goes both ways, which is also great. Time for me to double click on something here because we've grown so close to your team and in the way in which you work. We've also seen that you've been an early adopter of the SAS 22 PRM, the partner relationship management product that we are essentially building. We'd love to know what was that thing that helped you take that leap of faith and become an early adopter for our PRM product.
Firstly, let me congratulate your team on to bringing this up in a very quick span of time. One thing that I would like to quote before quoting out how that PRM is, I've worked under different companies for the past 8.5 years, and I've used multiple systems to make sure that we follow different processes. For an example, we use our CRM to make sure that we are passing on leads to the partners. We use a different portal to make sure that the partner gets visibility on the commissions that is being processed out, or the data that needs to flow through with regards to updates and other ones. So here, what eased out is one particular platform which provides all of this data, most importantly, which eases out the partners' use of access in providing the required data back to the channel manager as well. And the sync was much more easier. And I know that there are a lot of other factors that is going to be coming onto the roadmap inside this PRM in terms of how it's going to ease out more of commission-based numbers, or more of all that required information that the partner would want to have a look at, which eases out using 2 or 3 different platforms for the partner network. So it's a much more effective product, and it also kinds of takes away a lot of headache from the leadership side, which I should completely take away right now.
Got it. Thank you for that candid feedback. Just to go a little deeper over here, if this is a product that you use on a day-to-day basis, what are your most used features within the SaaS 22 PRM?
So the first thing are this is primarily used to pass on leads to the partners, where we are
Mm-hmm.
getting back. So we are getting back the leads to the partners, and the partner updates all the quantitative information with regards to what's happening on the lead front, whether it's getting converted on the deal front, and what and all information that we collect as a channel manager. The groundwork is done by the partners, and they are able to give back that direct data, and the sync is live. So there is no delay here. And this is the primary information which is required on a day-to-day basis for a channel manager to effectively channelize their numbers, not only just for the per se that they're going to project to the management this side, but also to have their day-to-day work in terms of what their projection on the region is going to look like. So this is primarily being used at this point of time. And going forward, once they have a lot of closed deals, it will also be very effective for them to analyze and understand what is happening on that particular leads basis, and
Mm-hmm.
what sort of information on the invoicing value or how that can be tackled across is also captured. So when we compare all of this, it's a complete overall system which helps the partner understand what's happening on the lead level basis and also on the deal level basis.
Got it. This is very encouraging for the direction in which we want to take the product. So, once again, thank you for being an early adopter, and we hope that we are able to displace incumbents in the market, much like how we have started off with it at SurveySparrow.
Our
This
pleasure.
is also takes me to closing our conversation here. But before we close, this is something now that we've established clearly that you have a lot of experience across multiple SaaS companies in building these partner playbooks. So and partners and partnerships is all about community, right? And something that we always can give back to the community is just in the form of any help and advice that we can give. So if there is something that you have learned over the years that you have spent, what's the most impactful piece of advice that you can share with your peers from the partner community?
Okay, so I take this moment to thank a lot of leaders that I've worked with. So I've been lucky enough to work with a lot of a lot of much more experienced, a lot of people who have given me all of those good advices, which made me a person that I am as a channel manager and as a lead of partnerships right now. So one advice that I would like to quote here, or I will not call that as an advice, that my experience that I would want to share here would be, uh, when you're in partnership, things can't be transactional. So it's more of you become a relationship manager to understand their pros of cons, because there are different regions which has different cultural aspects of it. There are different regions which has different working module. There are different regions which completely operates on different business value proposition as well. So it becomes more of like a relationship manager who drives sales. So it's a completely different angle altogether. So if you're trying to be transactional, you'll have a different you'll have roadblocks all your way through. So if you try to be more of like a relationship manager, understanding the pros and cons, studying the region much more better on the region that you're going to operate upon, that will really help you scale the particular market on a greater high.
Thank you. Ashika, anything in closing?
Sure, thanks for bringing this up, Tejas. I also wanted to, mention that SurveySparrow has been a very strong advocate of the partner motion as such. You've constantly prioritized supporting your partners, giving them, everything that need at every step of the way, be it inbound leads, be it marketing investments, and taking, our advice on building the partner program a certain way. That I think also really factors in making this motion successful and building, instilling in this trust in partners. So kudos to you. I hope a lot of other companies also take a leaf out of your book in building successful partnerships. That definitely deserves a mention. And thank you again for taking that plunge and trusting us with this, I would say.
Absolutely, our pleasure. It's likewise. It's been a pleasure working with you. And as I told, we go back a long way, and we have got a long way to go as well. So looking forward to greater success that's going to come into our way.